This is not the post-show update I planned for, but we're just going to tell it how it is. So hi everyone, it's been a while. I planned on talking post-show at least a week ago. I'm going to be honest. But life hit me, and also my body's been doing weird things, which is partially why this is late and partially why this is a really weird update. But might as well just get into it, shall we? So I competed a little over 5 weeks ago now at Junior USA's. And physically and mentally, the past 2 weeks have been a roller coaster, honestly. Just to put it bluntly. We'll start with physically, and then I guess we'll get into the mental stuff. I guess I'm ready to open up about it. I did this so I could be transparent. So physically, my reverse was going really well. And then about 2.5 weeks ago, I thought I was getting sick. I mentioned that briefly on here. So I took it easy for a weekend, felt a little better, and then it was about time for me to get my period. If you didn't know from my show videos, I got my period show weekend. So I didn't lose it at all, which was a really good sign to me from in the past where I've lost it when I've competed. So I was at least somewhat healthy when I went on stage. So I was like, okay, I didn't lose one, it should be fine. And that was my mistake. The past 2 weeks have been such a train wreck hormonally and physically, and it has been completely debilitating, to be honest. I've managed to lift. That's the only steady thing that's happened. But the past week, I've not done any cardio. I've just not had an ounce of energy in me. It's really weird to say that because never in my life have I not hit protocol across a week that I've been bodybuilding. That I physically could not do it. And it's weird to say that, but I know when there's a limit, and I was like, I'm not pushing for a show. I don't feel good. I don't feel healthy right now. I should not push myself. And so it's been really hard. My weight, thankfully, somewhat chilled out. I stayed to my meal plan, except the past 4 days where my period wasn't ending. We'll just put it bluntly. It would not end. I have never had such a debilitating cycle. I've never had one that has gone on that long in my life. So I went off plan. I didn't go crazy off plan, but I was like, okay, I am just going to eat what's around. I was with Jay's family. The beginning of that week, there was a death in Jay's family. It's been a train wreck. And if I see him all over the place talking about it, it was all over the place during the week. So, had steak, sushi, things, just get dietary fats up to hopefully get my hormones to pop back up and make it stop. And it seems to have right now. Knock on wood or something. I can't go back through that. I'm really kind of sucked with it. For me with it was, I was just starting to feel strong and get into a groove. Post-show, it's for my newer competitors. Post-show, the first few weeks are really kind of weird. You can't push weight yet in the gym, and your food's not super high. You're still fatigued. You're recovering. And if you lose your period, that's a longer recovery than just a few weeks. So it takes time for your body to calm down from the show, get rid of all that inflammation and anything, and just the stress that accumulates at the end of a prep. So I was starting to feel my body kick back in, and then this hit. And to say it didn't mess with me would be a lie. It messed with me physically and mentally because I have been really driven to improve right now, watching the shows, watching the ladies, knowing where I need to change, and then just being throttled and held back and just incapable has been rough. And that compiled with how my season ended, it's been hard, honestly. It's been really hard. And I think part of it is just honestly, and I think a lot of people can understand, is when you don't do well, when you do bad, you question, should you do this? And I know it sounds stupid. I've done this for so long and came back for it, I've gotten positive feedback from a lot of people on it. I think there's just a natural self-doubt, and you say, should I do this? Is this worth doing? Is this worth the money and the time? And I've dabbled with that a lot, and I'm not quitting. Did I think about it? Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. It's hard because I didn't want people to quit because of my placing, but there's just an innate self-doubt that comes in. You say, well, okay, maybe this isn't for me, because I came to that conclusion back when I first stopped competing, and I think I can do it. I know I can do it. And I think the positive of all of this mental back and forth is I think I've found a why to bodybuild, is because so many times in my life not when things get hard, but when there's a big roadblock, I almost in a way self-destruct. I tell myself I can't do it, and obviously I'm not meant for it, and that people have natural talents that I don't have, and that I should just call it. And you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that this time. And I think that's a powerful why for me, is because I'm going to do the thing that I want to do. And I'm going to achieve it. And why am I getting emotional? Hold on. I'm not crying. Okay, I've gathered. I'm not going to be an on-camera crier as much as I can help it. Sorry, guys. But clearly there's a lot of years of self-doubt and just giving up on things that I enjoy, in a way to put it. And it doesn't feel good for me to say that, but I don't know. I'm going to stick with it. I would like to eventually become a professional bodybuilder in this division. And I don't think I've publicly said that. I'm not going to hashtag road pro. That's not my thing. But I would like that. Just to say it. It's going to take time. But that's okay. And I've thought this to myself the past few days, and if it takes you longer than you think to achieve your goal, would you be upset when you achieve it? The answer is no, obviously not. And so I just need to stick with it. I need to stick with it. I'm just gonna, I know it needs to be done. And the cool thing is, I think back and I think oh, I've done this, I've done that, and how's it going to be different? But way back when, I never directly trained my glutes or my quads, which is my main things I need to bring up. So, there's still the excitement of the unknown, where it's well, as much as I've done this and I feel like whatever, I don't need to talk down on myself. I'm going to try to be nice. I never say these things about someone else that competes, so it's a lot of times hard to not be mean, evil to yourself when you fall short, because you wouldn't do that to other people. You wouldn't be like, oh my god, you wouldn't be an internet troll to yourself. So I know I can do it. It's going to take a while, but that's okay. So, yeah. I wanted to give a positive post-show update for you guys. I don't know. I don't feel like this is positive. I want to be like, my reverse is great, this is great, and that's great, but that's not how it is. It's not like I've fallen off the bandwagon. It's just, the past 2 weeks have been really bad. The past 2 weeks have been really, really, really rough. But that's okay. It happens. I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I'm getting back to it this week. I was going to do cardio this morning, but my phone died overnight and it did not go off in time. So I'm going to do post-workout cardio, back on my lifts, all that good stuff. And I think with that, I had all these ideas for show plans next year, and I have all these ideas for things I want to do, but if I need to wait till 2027 to come in the way I want to, I will. And that's kind of where I've sat with it. And that's okay. It's okay for it to take longer. They always say the stage will be there, but honestly, here's the thing. If you look at the expenses of competing, it's insane to just year after year spin your wheels and spend that money when you want to improve. So I'm just going to stick to that. I guess I'll end that here. I don't want to gap too long. I was almost thinking of making this a vlog, but I don't think I would have gotten... I don't think I would have gotten into the mental side of things, and I need to address them head on, not just within myself, but I know there are other people that struggle with this out there. I know there are. There has to be. I can't be the only one. I'm not going to entertain that possibility because then I will go insane. But I think it'll help people. It's okay to be doing this for a while and have these thoughts and doubts. It's okay. You just can't let them make up your mind for you. That's it. So, if you stayed to the end, thank you for listening to my ramble. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support a lot. I sometimes don't feel worthy of it. I don't know. But I'm going to hopefully start doing more vlogs again and just sharing the monotony of the off season with you guys, because that's what bodybuilding is actually about. It's not just all about the contest prep, but everything else all around that. So I'll talk to you guys later.